see the chapter 5, material handling and disposal. Disposal. Yani how to handle the materials. The materials not only construction material. Material means anything which is being used, that is called material. It's used for cooking, it's used for construction, it's used for the manufacturing. That is called the materials, right? And handling, how to carry this and how to use it, how to store it, how to use it, and how to dispose of it. Okay, in this chapter we will study this. If you see here in the picture, material handling, storage, use, and disposal. There is an excavation picture, and there is a column. Uh, you see very clearly. Okay, and he's excavating the material and putting up in the one side, which is also wrong. He should put in the dump truck and take it. But anyway, it is a desert area. He can save these things, Now let's go overview handling and storage material. For storage of the material, we normally use the forklifts. There are many types of forklifts. Okay, so it involves diverse operations. Manual material handling, if you carry manually, and there are methods of carrying a manual. Previous chapters we have told you that don't carry the material by in the position. You just sit on your knees and then carry the material. Okay, don't bend and take the load, Okay, manual material handling. So if you carrying bags or materials, unpacking materials, the other method is handling with the forklifts, with the machines. Another is for cranes, we can use the cranes, forklifts, rigging machines, and many other things that are carrying dump trucks, carrying the materials, Okay. So stacking and storing drum barrels and lumber. Lumber means wood, loose bricks or other materials. I explained you that any type of material which is being used for the construction, for usage of your life or anything, that is material, how to handle it. Even in storage in your kitchen, that should be properly stored. Everything should be covered to avoid from the hygiene, mouse, cockroaches, and many other crawling insects, lizards, other things. Okay, so there is a method of all these things, how to store the material. Cooking material like flour, you will find many storage areas full of cockroaches, full of rats, full of dust. Don't care. It should be properly designed, and the racks should be properly designed. No storage should be on the ground. It should be minimum 12 inches or 1 foot above the ground, Okay, so for handling as well, either you can use the by hands, but the method is given already, which is safe for you, or you use the machines. But using the machines, you must have the access inside warehouses or others, how to stack it. You have seen the lifting the cartons under the heavy thing. They store it and they load it, unload it. Okay. So next is the injuries. This picture which shows that he is carrying a PC, it's an old picture. Lifting objects is a major cause of back injuries in the workplace. Okay, as I explained you that many times the people get injured when they are handling the materials not the proper way, and I have explained you in the previous chapters when you are doing the associate safety course, how to lift them heavy cartons, how to lift the materials, Okay. Improper storing and handling of materials and equipment can cause struck bay and crushed by injuries. You remember I explained you when in case of there is a hazard if your corridors are blocked. egress. In case of emergency, the emergency door should have a panic bar and should open outside. When there is a rush, in case of emergency and in case of hazards, when running, egress way should be free from all the obstacles. There should not be any curtain, there should not be any machine, there should not be any printer, nothing. It should be cleaned. Even free from all the pots, even the indoor plants pots. Because if you have 6 feet wide, 4 feet wide, it's not sufficient. In case of if you have offices 150 200 people and you have 2 egresses running, it should be cleaned all the time. Okay. So storage as well, in case of fire, the storage should be in such way stored that you can save your products, save your materials, save the many things if they are properly stacked. Another thing, when you are stacking the material proper way, you have enough space. If you dump like this, okay, it will generate a lot of crawling insects. It can generate a hazard, and the risks are increased. Okay? You understand this point?
Yes.
So what type of hazards can be there if there is a improper manual lifting or carrying loads that are too large or heavy, being stuck by materials or being caught in pinch points, crushed by machines, falling materials or improperly stored materials, incorrectly cutting ties or securing devices. All these are the hazards. Okay? Which I discussed you previously as well, and just before this slide as well, I explained you these are the hazards which can cause injuries, which can cause losses, and be careful, reduce the losses, reduce the risks, and minimize the risks from the hazards, Okay? If you see the next slide, manual handling, I explained you manual handling. When a load is too bulky to properly grasp a lift, whenever you cannot see around or over the load, when you cannot safely handle the load, attach handles to loads to reduce the chances of getting fingers smashed. Don't carry in the fingers, right? You have seen, many people they are carrying fingers. You should use shoulders as well. There are many ways to use the shoulders, back shoulders. Okay? You can use your arms, and there are many other ways. And if you carry like that, it can hurt your hands, it can hurt your back. The lower part of the back, many people have the pain due to handling of the materials. They are carrying materials, going steps up. They are carrying materials, they are jumping the drains. Yeah, they're carrying materials, heavy loads. Okay? And in the young age, they can do it. But when they get older little bit, they got the back problem. There are discs, open disc twists. Okay?
Yes.
So if you cannot carry it, use the other source or distribute the load. It's also a part of our safety that when you are at project site, at home, anywhere, do not carry heavy loads in your arms. And there's a method to carry it, okay?
Yes.
So safe lifting, there should be training for the safe lifting, okay? Which we explained you last time. What should be taught? How to lift safely, how to avoid unnecessary physical stress and strain, knows the methods, and we have to give the training to our people that how you can lift the things safely. Once they are trained, they can lift it properly, and when you can comfortably handle without undue strain, don't take the strain. Okay, don't take the stress. Don't make your physically tired. Don't make your physical broken, and be honest with your when you are handling the materials. Don't take the materials or push the materials out of your capacities. Okay, there are many fatalities. I remember in 1977 I was in Qatif project, and we have a drainage system project, the sewerage and drainage Qatif city. It is the eastern region city, a very old city. They have the old 500 years old drainage system by the cemented, which was destroyed, and they are putting the new lines. And due to having this excavation in between the small streets and high-rise buildings, old buildings, we'd use the piling, inside the sheet piles to support the ground. Okay, and we used the jackhammers because there was the rock level was there, and water level was very high due to it's a coastal area, Qatif city. So it was backfilled. The machine cannot go inside to pull this piling sheets, to support the ground. So one, I remember, very tall Pathan, the foreman told him, "Hey Khan, yalla shil, yani you can remove it." I said, "Yes." Now it is almost 2 meters buried in the ground. Okay, and this gentleman, he did not, without having any sense, he just tried to pull it, and once he took this both hands and pull up, and he removed the sheet, but he fell down. Okay, what we found it, the hospital is all the, inside the stand was broken totally, damaged. So don't do it, and don't force to your workers to do so. It's against the safety, against the labor law as well. Okay, if it is matter of human life, if it is buried, there are many methods, ways to get it, take out here. Okay, and even the proper use of equipment. This accident again happened in Qatif in 1977, when 5 lives lost due to ignorance, due to not caring about the safety. And there was a sheet piles, and there was a frame, and we used the excavator to remove and the frame was twisted, and 5 people were down, removing one stopper from the line. Okay, there was a crack on the side due to the silt taken, and if there's a cavity in the ground excavation, you will study the cavity at the excavation in the next chapters. And it collapsed, and they lost their lives. Okay, so don't use improper equipment at the construction site, or handling such materials and handling such jobs. Okay,
Yes.
recognizing potential hazards and how to prevent or correct them. Okay, it is very, very important.